behave. Not bullying. No.
Hi everyone. Hi. Sorry to make you waiting.
How are you?
Well, isn't she the person? Yes, she is the person that comes to
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. This is our past 6. Task 6, this is our task 4. They ended up having a common resolution argument, so we decided to just try our 3-on-3. This is the first time, because today's curriculum was lesson 10, which was 3-on-3. So, okay, guys, fine. Okay, let's have our first goal. One speaker.
Make sure you have to be
Facing right here.
Good evening, everyone. We are here to discuss the resolution that school establish. School establish zero tolerance policy to respond to bullying. Some people believe that zero tolerance should be put into schools so that students feel safer, and others believe that these rules only make an increase in bullying. We are on the pro side of this debate. All these reasons.
I am on the pro side of the debate for this reason. Many schools have seen more and more bullying, so it is time to do something about it to make school safer. According to statistics, every 7 minutes a child is bullied on a school playground. Many times nobody comes to help, and bullies keep their powers because victims don't know who they can talk to. If students know they can go to a teacher or adult in school for help, this takes away a bully's power. Another reason to have zero tolerance policy is to make more peaceful schools. School is a place of learning, and students can't work well if they are always worried about what bad students do when they are on the playground. Students need to know they can be safe at school and that other kids won't hurt them. One more reason is that zero tolerance means that students are educated how to deal with bullying, and that there are consequences for doing bad things. For these 3 reasons, we believe starting a zero tolerance policy is a good idea.
We are here to introduce the resolution. The resolution is schools should establish zero tolerance policy to respond to bullying. I disagree with the resolution. I have 3 reasons why. First, students are using zero tolerance policy as a weapon and says everyone who bothers them are bullies. If you accidentally shove or push a girl or boy, they might say that you are a bully. Then you might be suspended or expelled even though you didn't mean to. Sarah Sheldon, a 4th grade teacher, says it is really difficult to know who is really the bully. Next, with zero tolerance policy, kids are always depending on adults to solve problems for them. If children always depend on adults, they will not be able to solve problems by themselves. Lastly, zero tolerance policy focuses too much on victims and blaming others. So if you and the boy fight, you and the boy will both blame on each other. I think that schools should teach students to be strong and responsible, not being victims and blaming other students. I'm on the concept of the debate for schools establishing the zero tolerance policy to respond to bullying. I have 3 reasons. First, students are using the zero tolerance policy as a weapon, and everyone who bothers them are regarded as bullies. Second, children should learn to solve their own problems with their peers and not always depend on adults. Third, zero tolerance policy focuses too much on victims and blaming others. Instead, schools should teach students to be strong and responsible. I have examples for the first, second, and third reasons. For the first reason, when I was in American school, teachers told us, when bullies bother you, tell us. One day at lunchtime, a boy rushed into the room and told the teacher that I bothered him. I liked pizza and gave him some to try, but he was saying that he liked hamburger better and I bothered him. Because of this little petty squabble, we spent 15 minutes of math time solving this problem. The example for the second reason is, one time my friend was in the playground. Suddenly, 3 bullies came in and screamed to ride the seesaw. My friend was scared and went to the teacher and asked her to come. When the teacher came and asked what was going on, she found out that the bullies were only kindergartners, which my friend could handle, but because of the zero tolerance policy, he only depended on adults. The example for the third reason is that the zero tolerance policy got too big to handle for teachers. There are many important things to do at school. To concentrate on petty squabble is not productive and time-consuming. Children should be taught to be strong and responsible. To blame each other is not good. These were my examples for 3 reasons. Now, I believe that zero tolerance policy is bad and we should make bullies to buddies. Thank you for listening.
I am going to disagree with the con team. First, it is true that some students use a zero tolerance policy to say that someone did something when they really didn't. But without a system in place that kids know they can use if they have a real problem, many real victims will be afraid to speak out. It's hard to stand up to a bully, and kids may not be popular or strong enough to do it alone. It is also true that children need to learn to solve problems, but sometimes problems are not easy to fix. Children are still young and may not have a lot of experience, so they may not know how to stop a bully without help. In addition, without programs to teach kids, bullies won't change their bad behavior, and victims will never know that they can live without a bullying problem. The point of zero tolerance policy is to teach kids how to live a better life. More reason is that zero tolerance means some actions will just not be allowed in school for any reason. With a zero tolerance policy, there are consequences for doing bad things. Students know they will be punished, like getting suspended, expelled, or even in trouble with the law. So they know they can't hurt others. Schools can also start a training program to teach the entire school how to deal with bullies and teach bullies better ways to treat people. Students, teachers, bullies, victims, and bystanders will know what to do the next time something happens.